Hey, y'all, what's going on? Welcome to the show, man. What's good? The homie's in town. He's at the Improv all weekend long. Y'all give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Rodney Perry is here with us today.
What up, Sam, man?
What's up? What's up?
You done took it to another level, dog.
We took it to another level?
Dude, let me tell you something. You know, I've been in the studio with you for years, and it ain't never been this beautiful. I'm just going to say it. I mean, the carpet is wonderful. The paint is amazing, but the facilities. No, you got some help, man.
Yeah, you got some help.
You've been a one-man show so long, man.
Yes, sir.
What's it like to have people help?
Man, dude, you need help.
You need help. You need a
help.
team.
You need help in order to go to the next level. So
Yeah,
we got the team here. Keen's been how long you been producing now? About 6 months. About 6 months. And so, you know, we got the team. Want to make sure we get everybody.
Yes, sir.
You know, so when you all come, we can get a nice production.
Right.
Okay.
You wasn't scared with the climate to Me Too?
No.
Bring these lovely ladies in the studio. You know, cause this is a minefield.
Right.
This could go south any day.
Right. Because you guys be like, hey, a pound, it's a fist. Give me a fist.
Ma'am, please, elbow, please. Elbow. Boom. There you go.
Yes, sir, man.
But I think that's one of the fundamental issues with this movement that we got to consider as men is that we can't treat women no different. We still got to treat them like our peers and our coworkers without making the atmosphere weird.
Yeah.
You know, because they have some valid concerns.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a father of 5 girls, so
Yeah.
you know, it really concerns me when I see that that you know, I see some people making frivolous claims, and you're like, you know, I hope this is real.
Right.
At the very least, because it don't take but one whack claim.
Yeah.
Everybody go, you know what? Everybody lying.
And then like I was talking about the story with Usher a couple of weeks ago, how the one of the young ladies, I think 2 of them actually, one of them the case was dropped. Okay, but you don't hear nothing about that.
No, you don't hear the drop.
You're gonna hear nothing about that.
All you hear is the assassination of character.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when someone does make false accusations, it's hard for a person to rebound from that. And then it also makes it hard for women or even men who are actually going through it, who might feel like no one will believe them because you sitting up and trying to just to get in. Just to get in.
Exactly. You trying to catch a payday.
Right. We got real people, folks dealing with this, have been dealing with it for years. This didn't just start.
No, it didn't just start.
It didn't just start.
No.
Right.
I do say this, though, Sam. You tell me what you think. If you a good-looking dude, you probably not going to get charged. like all of the real culprits is all peculiar looking. Ain't no real handsome. Ain't nobody going, Brad Pitt grabbed me. Nobody.
You crazy, man.
Like, I got the job, girl. Thank you, Brad.
You wrong for that one.
I am.
But since you brought that up, and again, and this is just awful. First of all, what's up, Hank? How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no doubt. You're going to be opening up all week with the feature act.
Yeah, this is my dude. We hang out, man. So
No doubt.
He gets me away from the wife.
You want to be on the road with somebody at the very least that you like. You know, this is a good dude, great guy, father, the whole nine, and flat out funny. A lot of comics headliners don't travel with funny dudes because you ain't trying to work like that. Right. But I really like he keep me on my toes. I'll be like, oh, Hank is up in there trying to.
I try to bring the heat.
Smash this crowd.
Put it like this: Rodney Perry is one of them dudes will let you work, but he will tell you, all right, okay, enough.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
And you know what was funny? Last week, 2 weeks ago, Michael Collier was here, right?
Right.
And so it was the opening act. White guy, he was hilarious.
Right.
Straight hitting racial jokes. They was funny.
Right.
You didn't know what to do. He was like, but it's funny.
Right.
He was like, hey, he was hilarious. So Mike says, who is this guy? Make sure he never opens up for me ever again.
Hilarious. Yeah.
That's
Good
real
job,
talk.
but bye.
Right.
That's real.
I was like, damn. But Russell Simmons now is ex from the future prince of Oprah's The Wisdom on Sunday's book. Oh. So, again, I bring this up because he has not been found guilty.
It's an allegation.
It's allegations.
Yes.
And so people are losing jobs
based on allegations.
And so I think that's very dangerous. We got to be careful because, the facts have to come out.
Right.
But now somebody can just say, hey, he or she did this, and you're done.
Like, he was also in Damon John's book, and Damon John did an interview. He came out. Damon John was like, look, he said Russell reached out to him and said, man, take me out of the book. I don't want to affect the bottom line of what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
And so I guess, what's done in the dark is going to come to the light.
Yeah.
And so we can definitely have a conversation about allegations, but at the end of the day, if you did something 15 years ago and it was kind of over, maybe it's not. Yeah. And that's the reality of it.
But what is the statutes of limitations?
There is none. And that's the thing.
Right.
That's the thing. Like, man, fellas, it ain't over. or women.
It's not over. Right, right.
Lonnie Love, fabulous comedian, grabbed me 20 years ago on the road. And I didn't want to say that because I was traumatized.
Right.
I was traumatized. No. Hey, you know what? Let me stop playing because Lonnie, although she did grab me, it was all consensual. Right. And I was completely on board.
He was all gone.
Oh, yeah.
It was go?
Oh, my God. Lonnie, what? You have no idea.
You're a fool.
Something else.
Okay. You know I got to talk about this. Adele, she hit on it last week.
Okay.
What do you think about boycotting Netflix?
I personally have done it.
Uh-huh.
Monique is my friend. We rock together on the Monique show. One, just on that alone, you got my loyalty. Just on that. And ultimately, what I said to her when her and I had our conversation, as I said, Mo, it's going to be really difficult to get a regular dude that's making 30, 20,000, 50,000 a year to wrap their mind around turning down $500,000. I get that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a bigger question to me because if you look at what Netflix is and you start really looking at the landscape, they only kind of hire the top 1% of black comedy. The top 1%. The Chris Rocks of the world, the Dave Chappelle's of the world. That's the top 1% of comedy. So then you go, well, where's the rest of the faces? There are no black female faces, not one. I'm talking about original.
I haven't got a chance.
Original Netflix special. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about original Netflix special. No black females. Period. So there's not one black girl that we think could exist in this space, and maybe a handful, less than 10 black males. So you go, Netflix, I need you. Even if you don't agree with Monique or her methods, you have to go. And a lot of people say, well, I'm sick of asking white folk for they platform. Okay, I hear you. But fair is fair. And where we can look at it and go, you know what, Mo, I don't agree. You got to stop doing. Fair is fair. And we exist in a world where we all work in one space, and we got to agree with that.
But tell me this, though.
Okay.
I love Monique too.
Yes, sir.
But does everybody in entertainment, regardless of you white, black, whatever, does everybody make the same?
Does everybody make the same?
I'm just saying.
Great question.
And should everybody make the same just because you won an Oscar, just because you was on these movies?
Right.
Maybe for the last, I'm talking about what I'm hearing from the fans. Maybe the last 3 years we hadn't had a chance to see you in anything.
Right.
I get you're working 45 weeks out the year. We
Understood.
get that, but we have not got a chance to see you like that.
Right.
In a long time. So so when you say to me, to the average person, like you just mentioned,
right,
$500,000, and we already know how it is.
Got it.
What you mean you turn down $500,000? To me, sometimes it's hard for that person even now to want to come by and give you a ticket because, you got it like that. Well, you got to turn down $500,000.
Let me address that.
Please.
In the words of Public Enemy, don't believe the hype. First of all, you got to understand something, Sam. Our value gets diminished. So the fact that you entertain primarily African Americans, that's kind of dismissed.
It's dismissed.
If you're a black writer and you've been writing for Tyler Perry for the last 5 years, guess what? You don't exist in Hollywood. You just kind of don't exist.
Yeah.
You can't go make the segue to a mainstream show, right? And so that in itself becomes the issue. So when you look at a Monique that's been really primarily, absent. Post-Oscar, been primarily entertaining African Americans. Do you not exist? Do you not exist because your following is primarily black? That's really what Hollywood is saying. It's like, where you been? Well, I kind of been doing what I do.
Well, even before now, you discovered me.
Your core base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through them. Am I right?
Exactly.
She got selected during that time because of that. You know what I mean? So, I guess that's the question. I guess we all, okay, here it is. We all have a peak. Everybody. I don't care who you are. We all have a peak that Jay-Z didn't win no Grammys the other day. We all said it.
A travesty.
What? How? And he was sharp, too.
Right.
I ain't seen Jay-Z that sharp. And
wife and daughter.
Right.
Whole family look good.
How did he should have got a Grammy just by sitting there. He was looking so damn good. But so we have these peaks. We go up and down, up and down, up and down. So is there ever a time in entertainment that we say, you know what? I did get $15 million here. Right. On this movie, I will come in at $7,500,000 or $500,000. I don't know. I'm just trying to wrap my mind. I don't know.
Let's look at the people that we look at as peaks, and let's allow them to stay in that space. See, it's all on us.
Yeah.
If we say, okay, they say she ain't been doing it, but you know what? Let Roseanne come back. Roseanne ain't did a show nowhere.
Hold on, she got a new TV show, right?
Roseanne ain't did a show nowhere in over a decade. Yeah. Let Roseanne say, you know what? I think I want a Netflix special. I bet they gonna pull
Google
a truck worth of money.
I think that TV show Rodney's coming back. I'm serious.
The Roseanne with the original cast.
Yeah.
It's coming back. But what I'm saying, if she wanted to do a Netflix original special,
they're gonna give her that cash.
Regardless of her, she would still get a. They wouldn't come to her like that.
Yeah. So what other outlets do you think we could Well,
Netflix is being looked at one because they got the money.
They got
the other outlets, Amazon. Amazon don't have a history of paying nobody like that. So it's kind of no other parallel. So when Netflix paid Seinfeld for comedians in cars drinking coffee, a set of shows that already existed on the internet for over a year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And they dropped $20 million for that.
For old shows.
Yeah. And you tell somebody, hey Mo, we think you're a legend. Here's what we think, and then you go, well, I know what you paid XXX. Just give me in that neighborhood.
Right.
Oh no, we ain't gonna.
Not even $13 million. Just give me the neighborhood.
I ain't gonna even. We're not even gonna consider. No, we're not gonna do that. Sorry. Take it or leave it.
Now let's move on. Lunel.
Lunel, the bad girl of comedy.
Right now, so she goes on there and says, Netflix.
I do it.
But she sat in this seat. With me.
Yes, sir.
And told me that we don't stick together, black women in comedy. That they're not respected the same stuff that Monique is saying.
Right.
But she's willing to probably take the $500 or the $200,000.
She better. I told Mo, I said, Mo, I'm trying to get blackballed.
Right. That's what you
got to be important to get blackballed. I'm trying to figure out how to get blackballed. so
they're gonna take it.
I mean, station is everything.
Yes.
You don't get people to not mess with you no more if nobody ever mess with you. So, Lunel and like a Rodney Perry, we got to go out and work the clubs because we not on the quote unquote Hollywood radar. That don't mean we any less talented. That don't mean we not checking for you. You know what I'm saying?
And see, like me on this side. Okay, I say you are.
Right.
I say, that's what I'm a fan.
Right.
I enjoy the content. I enjoy the movies. I enjoy the shows. So in my eyes, it's different. And you all are still dealing with so much that we don't know, that we don't see. We
cannot allow the industry to marginalize who we are.
Gotcha.
Who we are.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately the thing for me. Like I tell people, like, you don't have to like Monique, but Monique is Rosa Parks. Monique is saying something that's very valid. You might not like the way she said it. You might not like how dare you, girl, them rich folks problem. What you saying? You might not like that. But it's the same thing. It's every profession. Sam, if you know that there's equivalent guy in another market making 3 times what you make. That's an issue. You know, and you know, I know there's some nuance to it. There's are you the main guy? There's some nuance to it.
How many followers do you have?
How many followers?
Not your experience.
No, in general. Right. No, that affects all of us now. That's very real. Yeah. That's very real. So, you know, at the end of the day, is it valid, you know, followers and thing that absolutely your value, you know, and all of us have to swallow some real pills sometimes. Sometimes you ain't popping.
Yeah.
But as black people,
your history, your track record
should apply to something.
We used to have to do these things called what? Resumes.
Come on, dog. what they're saying now is your resume don't count.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
What you do last week though?
Right.
And this is a what have you done for me lately business.
Yes, sir.
I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we have the opportunity as people of color to go, no, we're gonna take care of ours.
Yeah.
You know. And if we said that in numbers, you know, personally, I don't know if boycotts even work anymore. But what do we say? Every time something go down, black kid get killed in the street, we need to flex our economic strengths, but we never do it. We got to do it at least once.
Yeah.
We got to do it just to see if it works.
Right. Yeah. All right, man. Rodney Perry in his own words. In the other news,
all right,
some sad news. Some sad news.
Let me get my sad face.
Lottery winner dies just weeks after cashing $1 million scratch-off ticket. New York man won $1 million.
Stop right there. You know how lucky you got to be to get a scratch off? $1 million scratch off?
$1 million.
That's your lucky day.
Yeah.
And then you don't even get to enjoy the money.
No.
He died the next day.
He bit the dust.
Weeks after he went to the doctor, found out he had stage 4 cancer.
So he just got some insurance and then went. He had no insurance before the scratch.
No, he didn't know. That was it. He had that last. You know what though?
Yeah.
He got to be happy for a moment.
Yeah.
You know, cause you hit that, baby. I just hit the scratch, baby. Say what? What? Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna go get this cough checked out.
That excitement.
And you know he ain't had no health care.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So he just got health care.
Right.
He probably like, if I had never got this money, I could have just I'd have been cool.
Right.
Because you know, if you got health care, then people start looking for stuff.
Right.
Oh, they gonna find
So
something.
he probably could have lived another, you know, without even tripping.
Yeah. I went to the doctor
bless his
a couple of weeks ago, and they was like, yeah, so since we're here, you know, how's your nose?
How's your nose? Why you looking at my nose, dog? Stop. Let me tell you something. When I had no money for health care, I was never sick. Now I'm rich. I stay damn sick. See, a doctor ain't nothing but a mechanic. He don't know but what you tell him.
Yeah.
I don't say nothing. I go in and say, how you feeling? Great. You need to find something.
You need to find something.
Run a test.
You need to look under the hood.
Right.
Turn my head.
Give
What
me
you
some
feel,
blood,
doc?
sir. Need your blood. That's funny.
Oh yeah. Now I love the Survivor shirt.
Yeah, man.
And you are a stroke survivor.
I am a stroke survivor. Man.
And it's going on 3 years? No, 2 years.
No, it's 2 years, like 16 months.
Okay.
16 months, man. Yeah. I'm feeling better than ever. And the thing about it, Sam, man, it's a trip because I didn't know about the signs to identify a stroke. And if I had known that, I could have not had a stroke. The American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, which I am working with now, became an ambassador.
Today, didn't it? I think so. Yeah.
So the acronym is FAST, F-A-S-T. So my tour is called the Fast and the Funny Tour. And so FAST, face drooping, arm weakness, speech slurring. My speech slurred 2 weeks before I had a stroke.
What?
Dude, if I had known, I could have went to the doctor then and maybe not had a stroke 2 weeks later. And so, if you see those things, you identify those things, you got to know it's time to go to the hospital. And so that's kind of my moniker now. And the Survivor, I created these T-shirts because I wanted to be able to touch people and let them know we all survived something.
Yes, sir.
You know, if you could survive the inner city, you could survive your family, you could survive that relationship. That every bad relationship start with a hello.
With a hello, yeah.
If you had looked the other way, you could have saved yourself a decade. You know, but man, I mean, so we definitely all survivors, man. I'm feeling great on my feet, and you know, at first when I first got back, I think the last time I was here, I was just freshly back, and dude, my balance was all off. People was pushing me over, you know. So you know, I'm nice on these feet now. You know, you don't want to run up on stage like they did Steve Brown.
No. Have you ever had a situation where it looked like it's about to get out of control at one of your shows, like Steve?
I'm always in control.
Yeah,
I'm always in control. And not to take anything away from Steve, but I believe comedians put energy in the room. So if my energy is always so fun that people don't really wild out like that.
Yeah,
you know, like the energy I put in the room just don't cater to that type of thing happening. But you never know. People are going through stuff mentally. I mean, people are emotionally imbalanced. You never know if you activate the wrong guy just by saying, dude, you good?
Yeah.
And you could set them off. And that's very real. So I've seen it, but I've never lost control like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. How has it been, Dad, man? All girls.
Not all girls.
You got
5
boy?
girls.
Okay,
5 girls and a boy.
Okay.
Yeah. 5 girls and a boy.
How was that, Dad? 5.
Man, I'll tell you something, man.
Yeah, 5. What's the ages?
28, 21, 17, 15, and 8. So I can wax poetic on any daddy. This is the best thing about having girls. Is that you don't have to do a lot of physicality with girls. Like if I tell my daughter I'm disappointed, it resonates with her.